Here I am making a custom wide brush, which was used to make the background of my new painting Phasora. You can see here I'm just lining up a few brushes and then bolting them together. Now, to make the background, I'm just putting paint straight from the tube onto a canvas, spraying it with some water, and then taking that brush and with all of my arm span, I'm telling you, this is 48 inches, so be ready to sweat a little bit. What's cool about this background is that it's perfectly symmetrical, so you can actually rotate the brush 180 degrees to duplicate each side and achieve that kind of beam effect. I felt the colors were a little too electric green, so I went in with the airbrush and modified the colors a little bit to my liking. You can just take that same color palette and spray. Now, here's where the real magic happens. If you launch paint from a dustpan in a very specific way, you're able to achieve these crazy, spontaneous coiling effects with the paint. Here it is in full speed. You can see how fast the motion is in order to capture this. So a few observations about the splash itself. I usually find with this technique that the first 25% of the paint is unaesthetic, it's too big, the colors are too distinct, so I try to actually keep it off the canvas. What I'm focused on is that last 25%, which I just find to be just beautiful, juicy, aesthetic, and the paint just mixes better mid-air in my opinion. The next observation is notice how the dustpan is slowly inching closer and closer to the canvas towards the end of the throw. What I find is that it just helps keep the dustpan kind of lassoed to the paint and just gives you more control over those final moments. Oh, and make sure you pop the bubbles. They're kind of inevitable and it just helps the painting be more flat when it dries. So now for the easy part, you just snap your fingers and you're done with the painting. Man, I wish it was that easy, but of course it is not. What I didn't show is 50 hours of designing and masking and airbrushing just to create the full painting. Now, I'll go over that in a future video, but just know it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and that's okay. I've done 40 paintings like this, and like I always say, practice makes progress. It's not about perfection, it's just about improvement. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini tutorial, so if you want to see more tutorials like this, follow and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.